Hi everyone, I'm going to introduce you today to a little preview of what our curriculum is in Wowzers. I'm going to start you off at our login page right here, login.wowzers.com. And as you can see here, the username is the first that you enter. My email address, and normally it's an email address, is kara@wowzers.com. And then of course I've placed in my password here as well. So I'm going to sign in. And when I do that, you'll see as I'm signing in, just takes an extra moment here. I don't have any classrooms yet, but what you will see when you log on to Wowzers, you may have additional classrooms that you see below here, but what's most important in this clip is that we're going to preview the curriculum. What do we have to offer? So just like you would open up a textbook and look at a table of contents, we're going to do the same thing here. I'm going to go up to my name, and my name is actually a drop-down menu, so this is where you would log out, obviously. Where we're looking at curriculum is right here. Click on curriculum. So when you do that, you actually gain access to our curriculum from grades kindergarten all the way through 8th grade here. So say for instance I pick one of the middle grades here, for instance grade 5. If I click on that tab, I will say, and it just takes a moment here to load, you will see all of the table of contents load right below. And you'll see that in this particular case, we've got a large number of sections here. Every single standard that is expected in Common Core is listed here for the particular grade. And in this case, it's grade 5. So we were built from the Common Core. We're also in line with state standards. So what we've allowed is a drop-down menu here at the top of each grade. So this is grade 5 again. Click on that and you can actually select from any one of our states listed here. All the way from Alaska down to and including Wyoming Common Core standards. If you select any one of these and say for instance indeed it is Wyoming, once this loads you'll actually see a link here to exactly where the standards line up with our program. So if you click on this document, you can download it. You can also print it off, Xerox it, and what have you. This particular document, if I click to it very quickly here, it is a PDF form, and you'll see that when it loads, all of the standards for your state that you chose are off on the right, and then on the left-hand side, these are all of our sections here, and they're listed off. It's a lengthy document, but certainly does outline everything that you would need. Going back to this tab now, back to our layout of our curriculum. Now some teachers do use that document to do long-term planning. Most though will come online here and look at our table of contents. I do like to show as I'm clipping down here along, let's for instance look at section 5 factors. I always like to point this out to teachers. Under each one of our sections we do have downloadable and supplemental materials. So we do have homeworks which are differentiated. Level A is the easiest, level C is the most difficult. We also have additional activities. They may range from very quick games you can do with your class, activities, mini projects. We also encourage and have prompts for students to use reasoning and writing in mathematics. So you can always click on that, that little plus sign right here for downloadable. When you access that, just click. You'll get those documents here, bring them up, again, print them out or download them. So now if we're looking at any one of our given days, say for instance, I click on day 3 here, click on that plus sign, you'll see everything listed that the student would complete on a default path. So if you chose for your students to begin with greatest common factor in day 3, or you chose for them to participate in it, they would go from the tryout learning object or learning activity all the way down and including possibly 7 learning objects or activities. We also, what's important is we do adapt to students' abilities. So if a student gets something incorrect, they will get nudges and reteaching an additional problem. If they get that right, they'll move on to more difficult questions to proceed through the lesson. We really operate from a place of mastery for students. We do like to absolutely ensure after the lesson and the practice that the students understand the concepts and have the skills that are required for the expectation in this concept here. Going through the game and the quest, those are always fun for students. It's another way for them to earn extra points, or as we call them, wowzer coins. And then our quizzes are right in line with the next generation tests. So if you're wondering about drag and drop questions, if you're wondering about multi-tiered extended response with the writing pieces, we've got those integrated all throughout. As a matter of fact, we just simply, that's the only types of assessments we'll use. They're right in line with second generation. If I were to just preview here to show you, as you hover over these eyes here, you can click on that eye and it will actually allow you to preview any one of these activities. You do not have to log in as a student. What you can do is just click on the eyes and you'll see that this practice will, any one of these learning objects will come alive for you. Now, when you do log on to this, understand that we do have text-to-speech. So for instance, when you see this here, in the first two exercises, you'll be given two numbers and a factor tree for each number. That is read out loud to them, even though I just did that myself. The students are prompted to click on the next button. So it really does ensure that students are getting guided through. Sometimes it's just as simple as a click. Sometimes it's also just as simple as digital manipulatives. Sometimes it's giving an answer. So you'll see that all throughout the program. From this point, I absolutely will close out of this window, invite you to keep perusing, investigating our learning objects all throughout. Again, these little eyes will allow you to do that.